Welcome, folks. We haven't played Armored Brigade in such a long time, and I absolutely love this title, so I want to jump in and have a battle. We're going to be playing as the glorious Italians against the Soviets to stop Soviet So just getting started here, we can see where the enemy is going to be attacking, and we don't have any sort of actual armor in terms of like mechanized units. That's just simply not happening for this fight. So we need to use our Alpini in the best way possible to pretty much hold this location. I don't really see any benefit in moving almost any of these units. What we can do is we can go ahead and pretty much advance them to Semur, this line right here, and have them set up. I'm going to keep the scout team where it is, but I'm going to advance with the super bazooka team. The Soviets probably have, actual armor. Oh, sorry, did not mean to do that. The Soviets probably have actual armor that they can use against us, and obviously that's going to be a problem. But hopefully if we get the super bazooka team in here, that's fine, especially if they end up finding the enemy during this attack. Then of course we can put up a better fight. So this all centers on the Alpini holding out against the Soviets in a fictional attack or invasion of Italy, of course, by the Soviet Union. So we're going to go ahead and do our best to hold out against them. I'm just taking a look all across the front, and like I said, we really don't have anything in terms of tank units. What we are going to do, though, is move these Alpini command teams, this entire infantry team, over here to Semur. We'll go ahead and take pretty much the same location near the town. I'm going to do the same with the Alpini squads. In fact, let me redo that. It's been a long time since I played the game, so please do forgive me. But I am going to advance the Alpinis over here to Merso de Soto, and pretty much try to hold out against any sort of Soviet advance. The rest of the guys will keep right where they are. I think they're in the perfect place. We'll see if we get some air support or artillery. I don't see anything in the sortie list, but we might get some artillery support. We'll have to wait and see, folks. But God bless Italy. Let's hope we can hold out here and save Il Paese. You know what? In fact, I'm even going to move these guys over here. Wish us luck, folks. We'll get here when the fighting starts. Also want to just let everybody know that we are placing anti-tank minefields. I'm not sure if this tedious part of the game is worth it, but we're placing them right in front of our actual squad here. The MG42, hoping that the tanks will try to roll up and we'll get a nice reaction. May or may not, of course, occur, but nonetheless, we are going to place as many defenses as we can out here and get started with the battle. We've got one or two anti-tank units. We're going to actually place the anti-tank right here for wires. Let's put them across the bridge. And the anti-tank we want to place like this. Attenzione, soldati. We already have a visual here on an enemy-wheeled vehicle. We don't know if it's a tank. We don't know if it's an APC. We won't find out until he gets really close. So I'm hoping that these units... I know one of them has a super bazooka, which can pretty much take out just about any armored unit. The problem is, he could be a few minutes off. So all we have right here are pillboxes with an MG42, essentially a machine gun, pretty much. We can't take out anything like a tank. We can take out infantry, though, but the Soviets are absolutely in our sights, and that scares me. And it's definitely a T-55, so we've got to get that super bazooka. You know what? Let me go ahead, delete all waypoints. I just want him to move or advance into that building. And as you can see, I mean, look at that. The enemy tank destroyed our pillbox without any sort of a fight. That's what you would expect in this situation. So that's why we really need those super bazookas to actually get into position. I've also brought some recoilless rifle teams, and I'm going to grab these guys as well and advance these recoilless rifle teams into the suburb of Merso de Soto. So I hope that from here they can get some really nice attacks on the enemy, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's go ahead and resume, and of course I'm not surprised that my pillboxes got taken out. You might notice that in these Armored Brigade videos, there is a lot of editing in between the clips. I hope you guys appreciate that. I hope you guys like that. And the reason is because this is a game that really takes a while to, for things to happen, etc. And that's okay. Really gives it a lot of replay value and makes it a lot more realistic. So please do bear with us. Primo contatto. So here we go, first contact. We've got the enemy tanks in our sights. The question is, can we actually get this baby? We've got the Super Bazooka team on the target, but I don't know if they can actually get the kill. 2 Super Bazooka teams, as a matter of fact, but one of them is in terror. We did damage one of these damn tanks. Come on, baby. We can do this. We can do this. I want that Super Bazooka team to keep moving. We could, of course, just delete all waypoints. Let's delete all waypoints. Just have them focus on the tank. I love that we moved this unit here. That was definitely the right move. If only we had a few more Super Bazooka teams. Again, more damage to the tank, the T-55. I hope they all start moving up this road because I get the feeling we can really hurt them. In fact, I'm going to try to do the equivalent of... I am going to have to advance. I'm going to try to advance into the building. I know I shouldn't. I should kind of just wait, stay put. But it's going to take them 2 minutes either way. So, let's advance. It's a miss. Complete miss. This T-55's got a plow on the front, too, so he's prepared to move through a lot of different terrain. And as all this is going on, we're still moving forward with our medium MG team, and specifically our recoilless rifle team. That's the only one that's going to be able to take out a unit like this. Here we go. Come on, baby. We're so close to taking this guy out. And we should definitely try to get some infantry forward. You can see one of our bazooka team boys ate it. There's no other way to put it. So that's why I want to get some infantry here to support them. And then we can focus on the infantry ground units. Here we go. More enemy vehicles approaching. Oh boy, guys. Here we go. It really begins now. We're going to attack. Delete. Go ahead and focus on fighting back. Per el paese, as they say. Alright, we got some light damage on the vehicle. I want to move that recoilless rifle up too. I know it's going to take a while. So even from the scout team, this guy's taking some damage. But he just completely eliminated that particular bazooka team. So I hope that this team still has a few rounds left. If they do, they can do some tremendous damage to the enemy tank. Avanti, avanti. Per favore. Merda. They're all over the damn place. We might have to, accept just going into the woods. Instead of fighting over here in the town of Merso de Soto, we may just have to accept fighting from the forest against the advancing Soviet troops. They're kind of ignoring this bazooka team, and I hate to say it, but I think they are out of rounds. Yeah, look at that. 0 on the M40 grenade launcher. It's all up to the boys over here in this town. Let's hope they can do their job, and it looks like the Soviets are attacking. Good job. Easily killed by the bazooka team, but that's just a recon squad, so we can't get too confident there. Here we go, our scouts and a few teams fighting back. I mean, if we could kill a few tanks, that would be beautiful. Unfortunately, no air support as far as I could see from the sortie list. Let's see if we can get some artillery. No. New mission will not be accepted. So we don't have any sort of arty. It's, just pretty much our good old Alpini against whatever they have. I love that. I mean, it really just makes this, a true warriors fight. We have to win, and there's no easy way to win. We've just got to go ahead and win our own way. So I'll take it and keep on advancing here. And of course, we're going to have to change our tactics. So I'm going to delete all waypoints. That's going to surprise most of our units. But instead of moving all the way to Merso di Soto, we're going to pretty much start setting up here. And the reason being that we need to defend the area of Cividale del Friuli. And our actual point is right there. So you can see we've got a few units pretty much defending it. but that's the point we need to defend. So anything we need to do to take it, or to defend this point, I should say, from them taking it, we will do. So I'm going to go ahead, delete all waypoints with this unit as well, and we're going to advance into the town. I'm hoping they don't decide to take this southern path or the southern approach. I don't think they will. So we'll just hope that our men moving into this town can hold off a massive squad of Soviets. And I certainly think they can. These Alpini have gotten a lot of training. We did pretty well, considering that they have a bunch of tanks and we had little, close to nothing. So we'll see how things go as we advance. As always, folks, we'll come back when the action begins. Alright, contact has been established. Obviously, any Italian heroes that remain in this area are undergoing a serious fight against the enemy. But this is what's really important, is facing the tracked vehicles now that they've actually entered the city. Finally started entering the city, so we've got a light mortar. He's not going to do anything against this vehicle. We need to get some sort of actual anti-tank vehicle, like a recoilless rifle. So I'm going to hold on to the recoilless rifle here. Medium MG, I know he's not going to be able to do much, but I'm still going to delete his waypoint. And really, it's all up to the recoilless rifle to take out the enemy. We'll also go ahead and advance with this guy, try to get him into a closer building, but as you can see, our lines of movement are cut off. So I'm just going to stay put. This is such a bizarre situation to occur, but it's to be expected when, of course, we've got armor moving through an area where we have mostly infantry units. So far, he isn't doing much to us. I hope he dismounts those troops. We're just going to delete waypoints and stay put. Eventually, we will take these guys out. We've also got a number of units over here, recoilless rifles included, just waiting for the rest of the units, the enemy units, to start showing up. So, let's start firing. Look at that 57mm recoilless rifle. Delete. I want him just focused on that tank. Come on, boys. We'll even advance him a bit if we can. There we go. Destroyed. This is what I'm talking about. The Alpini will take this day for sure. It's not going to be easy, but we will wipe out these units. It's just a BRDM recon unit, so that means there's more to come for sure. But that being said, right now I feel pretty confident. Abre fuego. Another recoilless rifle, and I'm going to advance him over here where we made contact before, over by the woods essentially. The Alpini weapon squad and the rest of these guys, I think we're going to actually leave them just in case the enemy gets smart and tries to go north, and we're going to be prepared for them. The Alpini HQ unit and the Alpini command team, we've got them hidden over here in the woods, and we're still advancing with the rest of these units. We're trying to get to the front lines, of course, to take on the enemy. Hey, listen, if we have to do anything, including bringing up infantry to take on these Soviet armored columns, as long as it stops the Soviets from moving into Italia, I'm sure all Alpini will be willing to take their time to, of course, accomplish that mission. And there we go. We finally got it through the rear turret, and that is another dead Soviet unit. Now, over here at Marzo de Soto, there's just not much we can do. I hate to say it. But what I am going to do, delete all waypoints, and we're going to set up a second front. So those guys over there to the north have got that area pretty much under control. And what we're going to do is just set up a front over here on the rivers. So they're going to have to, of course, you know, to get to these rivers and cross, they're going to have to face our units. And the same goes for the units up here. They're going to have to face the rivers and cross. And in fact, I'm even going to move this Alpini squad, not an anti-tank squad, but an Alpini squad nonetheless, over here to pretty much start getting ready for a fight against the enemy. In fact, we'll even take this heavy mortar. We can go ahead and do some high explosive, no spotter. We're still going to try to do some high explosive fire here at the enemy units. Although if they don't have any infantry, I don't think we're going to do much damage. So, we'll come back when combat begins. Wait a minute, wait a minute. The grip is not about to end the video if we're about to get another kill. Relax. But I did see an enemy squad moving across the river here, so I hope that our boys have some contact pretty soon. They're moving through a field. They have some pretty good cover, but we've left some machine gun units here just to cover their back. The recoilless rifles, however, are moving forward, so they could very well get into a fight very soon. Got a few boys just kind of hanging out here too. You know, props to the scout team, but they're not doing much right now, although that is Soviet infantry, so they could get a few long-range shots on them, kill a few of the infantry for us. That being said, I think we'll return when the fighting commences again. Italy shall be saved. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Right up in our face. We got a BRDM recon. I feel like we could take this thing out really easily. It's still going to be kind of frustrating because we're trying to move. So we might have to stop one of our units, specifically the recoilless rifle units. And the only one we've got right here is this guy. So let's go ahead, stop him in the field, take this thing out. I want to face their heavier units and just see how we perform against them. But unfortunately, you're just kind of sending the scouts forward first. I don't think this is such a good idea, and I would say it isn't. Of course, the only route through the Alps being a very small one. If the Soviets tried to do this in real life, it would be pretty much a fool's errand. There we go. Still firing at the troops over here, so our boys are keeping the fight up. Got some infantry combat going on there, but we can't really focus on it. We've got other things to focus on. And look at this. A tank unit moving through. This is why we've kept some units over here. If he tries to get across the bridge, we are ready for him. Alright, BRDM recon destroyed. What did I tell you guys? So we'll keep these guys on the standard movement, and in fact, I'm going to order the recoilless rifle forward. It looks like we even hit that vehicle with our recoilless rifles over here, and our light machine gun section. Of course, it's the recoilless rifles taking the shots. If we could take out a T-55 with just a recoilless rifle, then we know we can beat these guys. We just have to stack up on these buildings and not let them cross the river, and also just hope that they're not going for a southern approach, otherwise we're in deep trouble. Are not afraid to get in a fight. I love that about them. They're very aggressive, especially with enemy infantry. And our scout team has just been engaging these troops for quite a while. Here we go. Another group, another enemy unit, another enemy tank, and no damage. I was about to scream victory on that first shot, but nope, no damage. We have to keep on fighting. We're going to have to stop the boys here. Delete all waypoints. Delete all waypoints. The fight will have to begin now. We shall have the fight wherever they deem it necessary. And then, of course, guys, we can move into the buildings. But right now, I'm going to stop these units and put up a fight against T-55s any day. Fire. Enemy might start firing mortars at us. It looks like the tanks are having some difficulty actually getting a target because we're in this this cornfield here. So their visibility is greatly decreased. This is one of the negatives of sending tanks forward with no infantry support. It's very easy for us to see you, and it's very hard for you to see us. And that's working out to our favor right now. More units in the north, though. This could go poorly. We've already killed one of our recoilless rifle team. Oh boy. He spotted us for sure, and that's a recoilless rifle he's firing on. Never a good thing, because of course this is one of the things that can take him out. Oh. No, yeah, he completely decimated that squad. Spotting them, of course, in the cornfield. So now it's up to the Albini squads. We've got some flamethrower teams, but they're only going to be useful if we're facing, you know, for instance, enemy infantry, which we're not right now. So I'm going to send this recoilless rifle squad through the woods. I'm going to send this Albini squad through the woods as well. And we're going to start setting up pretty much a defensive perimeter in this forest area, because I don't expect the rest of the boys to be able to hold it. Huge recoilless rifle, dude. But he can't move. He's so damn heavy. He can't move. Some of these recoilless rifles are so large that they can't actually advance. That being said, if the rest of our front fails, they'll be more than ready to take the fight to the enemy. Alright, looks like our light mortar is spotting some enemy infantry. I'm going to delete last waypoint and start returning fire right now. Squad's made contact. Anything we can get, baby. Anything we can get. If we had an airstrike right now, I'd drop it right there. Because I'm sure they're saying... Yep, look at that. Look at that. I was going to say, I'm sure they're sending a ton of vehicles across that bridge. And we're prepared for it. Those recoilless rifles are going to advance to that building. Just look at that, guys. The Soviets are streaming through. There's no other way to put it. So I'm pretty much trying to bring anybody I can. You can see some of these recoilless rifles are about to arrive. We're going to bring them as close as possible to that frontal building. You can just see the massive fight going on right now in this part of the map. And all I want to do is get into some of these buildings and pretty much fight to the very end. I'm trying to find exactly what the name of this area is. I think it's Ponte San Quirino. So we're fighting in Ponte San Quirino right now against the entire Soviet army, pretty much. Wishing our boys the best of luck. Try to move these boys up to that building. We'll see how it goes. And of course, moving them up to these buildings is not easy. It takes time. Time we simply don't have. We've still kept a lot of recoilless rifles behind, as well as our AA guns, just for a final defense if we need to get to that point. Look at all these tanks. Forza amici. Per alpini, lo squadri alpini. Fuego. Guys are going to start moving pretty soon. Of course, it takes about a minute before they actually receive the command. But I'm confident that we're going to be able to put up a decent defense. We might not win the battle, maybe not, but I'm sure we can put up a decent defense and kill some of these units. Especially once we get all these guys into these buildings and into the woods. Here we go. And recoilless rifles right there, too. How can we not see those tanks? Fuoco nemici. Waypoints, we're just focusing on the Soviet tanks. Come on! Oh my goodness, we got some napalm over here in the field. It's definitely enemy units doing that. That's got the Alpini squad right there as well. Their recoilless rifle squad is trying to fire. Man, it's getting pretty aggressive here. We have what we have. The Alpini squad do have a few RPGs. You can see there. They do have some anti-tank weapons. Although against these T-55s, it ain't easy. Fuoco, nemici. Damage another T-55. We've got these guys stopped right here on these guys. Absolutely unbelievable. The Alpini fighting to the very end. Fuoco, nemici. Destroyed again, another enemy tank down, guys. Destroyed our Alpini squad with the heat rocket. And of course, they've sort of gotten past our iron wall, if you want to call it that, but we've destroyed a number of tanks. This is exactly what I was hoping for, and what I was mentioning earlier, that as long as we can get some serious casualties to the enemy, we can still win this fight. It's that simple. In fact, I'm going to move the Alpini weapon squad into that building. It's going to take 2 minutes, which in a battle like this is a long time. And we'll take this Alpini squad and actually advance him to the building here. I'm hoping he can actually make it there. He might have some issues. The Alpini command team, we're just going to keep him here. We're going to keep on fighting against the rest of the tanks that have made it through our iron curtain. And it looks like our command team might also have 75mm heat. Yeah, they've got 75mm heat rockets. You know what? I know it's dangerous, but we're going to take... Oh, no, never mind. It's a standard recoilless rifle team. We're going to move him over here, and we're also going to move the Alpini command team over here. Pretty much just start setting up an ambush. Come on, baby. Alpini weapon squad. He's got anything he needs, including heavy machine guns for an infantry assault. So far, we've killed all those Soviets. Can we kill this one? Come on, baby. Don't looking at us. That's good. Yes! No damage, though. But it was a hit. It was definitely a hit. We got another recoilless rifle here, one of the heavier ones, too. So just in case he makes it past these guys, he's going to have to face that baby. And she is not happy. Oh, nasty hit. I'm not seeing any more Soviet advances, though. Is it possible that they've tested our defenses and decided maybe this isn't worth it? I certainly hope so. Still got a super bazooka team focused on that recon truck. It's not a tank, but we can still take it out. We've got plenty of shots left, by the way. 8 shots. So 8 chances to take out that scout. We don't want the enemy seeing a goddamn thing. Yeah! Oh, didn't kill it, but still a really nice shot on the T-55. And yeah, we finally destroyed that recon team. Not a surprise, but again, I'm still surprised that not a lot of Soviet movement here. We destroyed that vehicle as well, and now things have kind of calmed down. I think they sort of did, like, sent forward a probing force, a testing force, to see if they could actually take Marzo de Soto. But I think we could actually even move units into Marzo de Soto at this point to defend. Really, we're in a good position. In fact, we got a bunch of recoilless rifles right there. We're going to advance, but I want them all to advance just spread out in this area, because we know they're either going to attack up here in the north or over here in the south. I love that dynamic. Let's go for it. We're going to fast move a little bit. By the way, guys, if you enjoyed these Armored Brigade videos, you know what you have to do. Please hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. It does help. It moves us up in the rankings. You should also be certain to hit that bell notification so that you're reminded of my videos. I have to say, one of my favorite YouTubers recently, Flying Over Trout, I pretty much missed 2 months of his videos. He was uploading stuff, but I just wasn't being notified, and I had hit the bell notification. So you definitely want to hit that, you know, remind me or let me know always when this person uploads, and that way you'll catch every video. That being said, I'm very, very impressed with our Italian heroes here so far, and I hope they keep it up. Oh, we got somebody breaking through over here, and he's destroyed. Enemy tank that broke through, and in fact, it looks because we don't control that bridge, we're missing a few of the units crossing the bridge. That's why we're not spotting every single unit. But so far, we're doing an excellent job here against them. And as you can see, they've got some units that are just kind of hanging out back here. I think they might be waiting for another wave, sort of waiting for a secondary wave to show up before they go for a second offensive. But so far, if they try to move, we've got them. Our Alpini squads are absolutely prepared for this kind of attack. And the only thing that's pretty much useless in this particular battle is the flamethrower squad as well as the AA squad. Otherwise, the rest of these guys are trying to advance over here to stop the Soviet advance. Look at that, another vehicle. Oh, just killed a T-55, and it looks like we've got an APC advancing. Like I said, I pushed the HQ forward, and they got a beautiful kill. They've actually got, you know, quite a lot of weapons. Although I thought they actually had anti-tank weapons, it looks like they don't, so I might move them back. Nonetheless, opening fire there on that squad. Yeah, let's grab the command team and just move them back here into the woods. And we've got the Alpini squad, which does have some anti-tank weapons to stay here. But of course, they've just used their last AT rifle grenade weapons, so I'm not sure we're going to be able to take out any more of the enemy armor. We better hope that those recoilless rifle squads arrive on time. The enemy casualties are just going to be insane. Wait a minute, that APC's not dead. He's come back to life. This Alpini squad is definitely in trouble. They already have one casualty. They might be able to use those hand grenades to some effect, but that's not going to pierce enemy armor. So again, this is where our 106mm recoilless rifle teams are hopefully going to come into play. The enemy will break through these defenses, get over here, and just be vaporized by 106 millimeters. Nonetheless, the Alpina team is engaged. They're fighting to the very end, man. They really believe in holding out to the very end, and we've got to love them for that. Now, we've actually found out before that we can actually destroy this unit using light machine gun fire if it's an APC. But right now, they don't seem to be breaking. There's no real damage, and it takes a while to actually get damage. I think it's like a 5% chance. But hopefully we just keep firing, get those enemy infantry to get out of the vehicle and light them up. Nonetheless, we're keeping them suppressed. So that is a win. We can see a lot of enemies breaking through here. So we've got to take these guys and southwards for sure, because they're not going to move through here, and I can see why. There's really no way for them to get here. I mean, they can take this road all the way down. They're going to have to take this bridge. There's no other way over, so I can see why they're taking this area right here. There's multiple advances into the city. Look at that. Looks like some of the troops did dismount. What did I tell you guys? I knew they were going to eventually do it. So they have dismounted some of their units. I really don't want them to kill our HQ. There we go, destroyed. Good job, boys. Albini have got them. We really don't want them to take the HQ, so let's stop this infantry right now. A bunch of troops moving forward from that burned-out vehicle. You know what? I'll even move the flamethrower team forward. Now we actually need the flamethrowers, because they can defend our HQ for us. So let's do it. And that recoilless rifle is firing. Two different T-55s, or a BTR and T-55, destroyed by recoilless rifle. And another one. Man, I told you that 106 millimeter. She's a beast. She is a beast. Italy shall remain democratic to the end. Firing. We actually just fired a missile and it hit that damn vehicle. Nonetheless, I think we've got the enemy in a vice grip. I'm hoping. Yeah, serious movement right there, including a lot of infantry. So we've got an Alpini weapon squad, we've got our recoilless rifles, but we also need these units, and they're just now crossing. So I'm going to let them move a little closer before I order them just to go right into the woods right here, because that's pretty much where most of the enemies are going. In fact, we'll delete all waypoints. We're going to order these units immediately into the woods. Let's go for it. It's going to take them 2 minutes to do it, but it's absolutely worth it. We'll support our recoilless rifle teams. And for now, you know what? Our HQ is actually going to pretty much assist us in keeping the enemy busy. We're just pretty much keeping them busy before they decide to go across the river here. And by that point, we'll have a bunch of units ready to fire. We've also got some recoilless rifle teams here, just in case they try to go for Point Alpha. That's, of course, the last point, our last point of defense. But we're going to try to hold out to the very end, boys and girls. Yep. Some RPGs. Come on, baby. That T-55. Stop the reserve pit command right here. Oh, another miss. That T-55 is out for blood. Beautiful. Got all silent real quick. We didn't even actually destroy the engine. I think we just completely eliminated the crew. But they still have plenty of armor that they're trying to move forward here. Just look at this advance right here from the eastern portion of the map. They're trying to get over here as quickly as possible. And these are the guys we sent southwards. They just got a kill with this advance, this counterattack, and we're pretty much closing off any ability for the enemy to escape. We're also trying to stop any potential additional advances coming forward. So let's keep at it, boys. I think things are going very well for our Albini, and hopefully this leads to a victory. Beautiful shot, boys. I mean, I'm amazed that they got that kill, but they did. And that's... The enemy's down to their AA guns, so for those of you that are fans of Armored Brigade, you know that that's pretty much the back of their army, the rear guard. So I'm not too worried now. I think we've got these guys. I think we've trapped them. We've gotten a victory. I'm really excited, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they still have a few tanks up their sleeves. Of course, to get a true victory, they're going to have to get to Point Alpha. And now look at this. A bunch of tanks breaking through. Our guys have not yet gotten across the river, so we're going to stop our Super Bazooka teams right here across the bridge. Viva Italia. Come on, baby. We've got this. We've got this. I know we can do it. What am I telling you guys? I knew we've got this. I mean, we've had so much fun with the Italians in games like Close Combat, but we've also done very well with them in games like Armored Brigade, especially in Armored Brigade. There was a real fear in Italy at the time, and if you have gotten this far in the video, make sure to let me know in the comments. And especially if you know about this topic, but there were actually communist revolutionaries in Italy. The Communist Party, was trying to exert control. However, there was a I wouldn't call it a fascist, but a lot of people would, a sort of military junta dictatorship in Italy that kept things under control. And that would be the year we're in now. So pretty much just try to avoid communism. But so far, we've destroyed several BTRs there at Ponte San Quinte. And, I mean, now we're facing this group of enemy units. I think we're doing a great job, guys. We really are. We may have just stopped the Soviet assault into Italy. Fuoco. They're down to infantry at this point. You can just see, if you look at the gray points on the map, those are, destroyed husks of enemy units. I think they've wasted their army here. I don't think they're going to be able to break through. Of course, they're still trying, and look at all the units they have. They got some tanks here, etc. We really are going to have to fight to the very end. Beautiful shot right through the rear. That's a recoilless rifle. We didn't even see the shot. So, potentially even, killing the enemy driver and gunner at the same time with one single shot. Those recoilless rifles, it's like a knife through butter when we're talking about a tank. It's not going to create shrapnel damage, but it will go through that vehicle. And there we go. The battle has reached its conclusion, guys. We're going to take a look at the after-action report and a victory! Per Italia! Viva Italia! Now, incredibly, we actually lost more units than the enemy. They lost about 60 men, with 9 men pretty much just running away. We lost 81 men, but we held on to the actual victory point and thus saved Italy from communism. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure to hit that like button. Drop a comment and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd also really appreciate it if you hit that bell to be notified of future videos. I'll catch you guys in future episodes, and grazie mille. I'll see you in the next one.